Let's begin our practice today by taking a comfortable seated position. Close your eyes and enjoy your breath. Today we'll work on several forward folds. And in the yoga practice, forward folds tend to take us just to a place of stillness, a place of contentment. With your breath now, allow the in-breath and the out-breath to be quite full. And see with your inner gaze, with that inner eye of awareness, if you can just explore that sense of ease that you get from the long in-breath and the out-breath. Now slowly open your eyes and come to all fours position and then downward facing dog. And just like we did in the seated pose, feel free to just close your eyes or move your legs or somehow just bring yourself to a nice, easy downward facing dog. When we begin the practice, we stay tuned to an awareness of our alignment, an awareness of our physical actions, but especially a way to just kind of soften the outer body to create this sense of ease, even as we keep the very shining light, very full inner light. Now come from downward facing dog to a plank position. So this is a noticeably more active pose. Check once again your foundation. Check your fingers. See if you can spread the fingers a little bit more. Make sure the hands are outer shoulder width apart. Engage the legs by lifting your heels just slightly up. And on the exhale breath, just lower yourself very slowly to the earth. On the next in-breath, draw your heart forward in a baby cobra. And then exhale, come back to downward facing dog. Inhale and walk, step, or jump the feet forward. So in this standing forward fold, you can hold on to your legs or just press the palms against the shin bones. On the in-breath, expand and gaze forward in parvrtta. On the exhale breath, just surrender fully. Two more times. On the in-breath, expand, lengthen your spine, maintain a lift of the heads of the arm bones. On the exhale breath, draw down into the forward fold. Just stay tuned to that slight effort on the in-breath. And on the exhale breath, just give it all to this sense of ease as you continue to elongate the side body and reach the gaze of your heart down toward the earth. Now bend the knees and place the hands right alongside the feet and extend the left leg back so the right foot is forward. Walk your hands back and start to straighten the right leg. So it's yogi's choice here. You can either take the base of the big toe down, or I kind of like lifting the toes up Spread the toes, and just to bring a little bit more awareness to the back sides of my leg. Spread your toes. Take your hands slightly wider apart than shoulder width, and spread the fingers. Come to fingertip top position, or you can take the hands on a block. And on the exhale breath, just soften down. And once again, feel a nice contentment, a nice ease in the exhale breath as we continue to prepare the west side of the body, the back body, for just a little bit more depth in these forward folds, a little bit more length to the back body, length to the side body. 2 more breaths in this pose. Now step the back foot forward and then try the other side. So again, with the left foot forward, you can either place the base of the big toe down or lift the toes up. And if you lift the toes up, it's nice to think about drawing the heel toward the back of the mat. So you're isometrically dragging the heel. It's not moving from its position, but you're just engaging it just slightly more. So the top of the left thigh moves back. You encourage the right inner thigh to draw back, but that action is helping to take the hip forward. With the hands wide apart, this will come to a deeper expression of the pose and a deeper expression of your gratitude for the practice and a nice feeling of contentment, of ease in the pose. Bring greater awareness to the breath. Three more breaths here. And then one more breath. So come to a standing forward fold at the front of the mat. Have your feet hip distance apart and just bow forward. And learn to, with your exhale breath, just find that place of contentment, that place of ease. And stay in this forward fold. Make sure the legs are active before twisting over to the right side. Take your left hand to the outside of the leg, and then on the in-breath, just lift away from the leg, and on the exhale breath, just soften down toward the leg. And then release your hands. And then walk your hands to the center. Inhale, lengthen the spine again. And then exhale, soften down. So walk the hands over to the other side. Take the right hand to the outside of the left leg. On the in-breath, you can either leave the left hand to the floor or take the left hand on the sacrum and first expand to get the length, and then exhale, just bow into that sense of ease, sense of release in the pose. And then inhale, lift yourself up, come back to center, take the hands at the shin bones, lengthen the spine, and then exhale, plant the hands and step back to downward facing dog. And in downward facing dog, energize the arms. Lift your armpits high. claw the earth, and filled with the strength of the arms, the strength of the legs. Then come to a plank position. Keep the strong action of the arms and the legs, and then exhale. Lower yourself very slowly to the earth. Inhale, lift up to cobra. Exhale, draw back to downward facing dog. Let's do that one more time. Just finding that place of ease. So take a nice inhale breath. Come to a plank position. Then lower yourself down. Then rise up slowly. Then exhale back to downward facing dog. Now step the right foot right between the hands and come to this high lunge with your arms in a cactus pose. Keep the shoulder blades lifting. Now with the shoulder blades lifting, reach your arms forward. Have the arms and the ears line up and filled with the strength of the legs from the pelvis to the floor. Take the tailbone down and rise up to come to full warrior pose. Reach your hands up. Through the power of the left leg, let the right leg just soften and draw toward the earth. Keep your heart lifted. Take your gaze up. Widen your hands. And then release your hands down. Step back to downward facing dog so that you could trade sides. Take the left foot right between the hands. Same thing. Lift your shoulders, lift your hands up off the floor, and just draw the shoulder blades in toward the spine. Again, reach the arms forward. Extend the arms forward. Lift the armpits high. Have the fingers engaged and spread the fingers so fully. Maintain steadiness and strength in the back leg. And on the inhale, root down and lift your arms up. Have the pose be an expression both of strength, especially from the pelvis down to the earth, and yet this serene, free-flowing attitude from the pelvis to the fingertips. Expand out. And then release your hands down. Step the back leg forward. Take the hands at the hips and inhale, rise up and release. Hold on to the elbows in an elbow frame. And step the left leg back. This time, be sure to root the left heel firmly down. And just to make sure that you've got that full rooting quality, lift the heart. Draw more weight to the back leg. And then exhale, just come halfway down into the forward fold. Enjoy your breath here in this forward fold. Keep the shoulder blades lifted. Keep the chin slightly lifted. Maintain the power in the back leg. So this nice softness, this contentment of the pose, this ease of the forward fold just comes through as you softly draw down to the extended leg. Root down and rise up. Step the left foot forward, take the right foot back. Take a moment to get that rooted quality, that quality of stability in the back leg. From there, add even more weight to that back leg by drawing the shoulder blades back. And then exhale, draw it down into the forward fold. Once again, maintain this quality of rootedness in the back leg. At the same time, hug both feet in toward the midline as you draw your heart slightly more forward. Now you can stay here, or if you choose, continue to draw down. Just draw down with that ease of contentment. Maintain the length of the side body, the strength of the back leg, and the softness of the outer body. And root down and lift yourself all the way up. Step the back leg forward and take the left leg back again. So this time we're going to come to a straight leg lunge. And to get plenty of length, first lift your left arm up. So your right foot is forward, left foot is back. Back foot is planted so firmly, just like it was in the last pose. And then on the exhale breath, just take the hand down. Take the hand down to the outside of the shin bone, just like we did in Uttanasana. Feel free to lift the back heel so that you maintain the pelvic points square to the front edge of the mat. Lift the head of the right arm bone and lift the right arm if you choose. Continue to encourage your left ribs to lift up to the sky. And then slowly come out of the pose and step the back leg forward. Step the right leg back. And again, feel free to lift the right heel away from the earth. But find a way, even though it becomes kind of a balance pose here with both legs straight, find a way to create steadiness in your pose before you come to the forward fold. So first lift your right arm up and just feel the extension of the right side ribs. Try to keep that full extension of the side ribs as you take your hand down to the outside of the left shin, maybe even for some of us all the way down to the earth. And before you begin the twist of the thoracic spine, first lengthen, almost like you're lengthening halfway forward like we were doing in the Uttanasana before. Lift the head of the left arm bone. Continue with a nice steadiness in the breath. And again, if you'd like to, you can lift up the arm. Otherwise, just work on just working the right ribs toward the wall, toward the left edge of the mat to come to a fuller version of this twist. And then root down through the back leg. Slowly lift yourself up and step the back leg forward. Come to a standing pose, Tadasana. And reach your arms up. Experience the full length of the side body, the back body, the front body. And on the exhale breath, come halfway down. Stay here for 2 more breaths. Get this sense of contentment, this sense of santosha, a sense of ease before you come down to the forward fold. And in the forward fold, you can release your hands to the mat. Press the hands into the earth, and if that's not comfortable for you, use blocks or bend the knees and press firmly down through the fingertips. Enjoy your breath. Forward folds have a special way of just drawing us inward. Just through the posture, it helps us maintain this ability to be mindful, to draw inward, just like the pose itself. Now bend your knees and come to a squat position. To sit in the squat position, take the hands in front of the heart. And then as slowly as possible, take your buttocks to the earth and extend your feet forward. Press your fingertips firmly into the mat. Press down through the fingertips to get more length on the side ribs that we've been working on all practice. Make your legs active by spreading the toes and drawing in. Even in the seated pose, the legs stay very active so that you can slightly roll forward on your sit bones. Now keep that slight forward fold, just very slight, and bend the right knee. And come to Janu Shirshasana. Come to a nice twist as you bend the right knee, extend the spine, and draw over to the left side. Just extend the heart toward the toes rather than straight down to round it. Keep the action that we've been working on to lengthen the side body. And then inhale, rise up, come back to dandasana. Press your fingertips right alongside the pelvis again. Press down to lift the heart and take the heads of the arm bones back. And this time bow forward and just take the hands slightly forward. So we're not going into a very intense forward fold. We're just kind of finding the front parts of the sit bones, just a slight forward fold. And then bend your left knee. Once again, we'll do the forward fold, Janu Shirshasana, with the hands at the legs or the hands at the foot. Lift your elbows high. Draw your elbows forward as a way to exaggerate the length of the side body. And then soften down into the forward fold. Invite the breath to take you just deeper into that place of contentment, that place of ease, that place of the calm mind and soft heart. And then inhale, rise up out of the pose. Take the legs wide now. And in this wide leg stance, just draw yourself over to your left leg to begin with this time. Just twist toward the left side and take the right hand to wherever it feels right on the outside of the leg. Maintain an action in the legs. Just drawing isometrically the legs in toward each other to tone the muscles of the inner thighs and draw the heart forward. 2 more breaths here. And 1 more breath. Before coming up, first encourage the right sit bone to draw down toward the earth, and from that stability, lift yourself up out of the pose. Let's go to the other side. Take the left hand to the outside of the right leg and press the right hand to the outside of the leg, just so that you can keep that lift of the ribs. And then just steadily and very sweetly, very softly draw down to the opposite side in this parvrtta upavista konasana. Discipline the left inner thigh to keep its stability, its rooted quality, so that you can just come to a nicer expression, a nicer alignment of the pose. And then 2 more breaths here. And then root down through the left leg and rise up. Come to the pose Baddha Konasana by pressing the feet firmly in toward each other, almost as if they are bound feet. Take the hands behind your back and press the fingertips in. You might even want to lift the pelvis so that you can just kind of feel the heaviness of the pelvis, and draw the sit bone slightly more forward toward the heels and then release it down. Enjoy your breath here in the pose and enjoy the length of the side body. Press the feet firmly in toward one another. Make the posture very steady, strong, but sweet. Now take the legs wide. Activate the legs again. So just like the legs were so active when the feet were pressing in toward each other, this time press the heels down toward the earth and then draw in from the feet all the way to the pelvis. Just do a slight forward fold. Just be where you are and accept your body's limits. But don't be limited by the limitations of the body. Because the body is, in fact, the doorway to a very full, luminous, and limitless spirit that you maintain. Now, on the inhale breath, rise up. Once again, let's do the twist in upavista konasana. Draw over first toward the left leg. Bow forward as you maintain a rooted quality of the right inner thigh. Soften with each exhale breath. Maintain a nice, serene and easeful softness about the breath. And then press down through the right inner thigh. Use your hands to lift yourself up and then come to the opposite side. Again, just bow forward, this time over the right leg. Press the left inner thigh down. You can use the right hand to help lengthen through the left side ribs. Let the heart soften down again. Take 3 more breaths here in this pose. And one more. And then root down through the left leg and rise up. Take the feet, once again, press them in konasana. And press the fingertips behind you to move the sit bones slightly more forward. Take the hands at the shin bones this time. Encourage the inner knees to hug in toward your ears. And as you do, with the hands at the shin bones, draw the shoulders back, the heads of the arm bones back, to draw the shoulder blades in toward each other and lift the heart. Again, take a wide stance, take the legs wide apart. This pose, upavista konasana, is a pose that we tend to focus on our limitations, and our attitude sometimes shifts by this. So see how you can come to a forward fold that serves you well today, but yet keeps you in that state of santosha, a state of contentment, a peacefulness, a softness, a calmness to the mind. Just bow forward to wherever it serves you today, but protect yourself by maintaining steadiness and strength in the legs as you bow forward. And then root down and rise up. Again, Baddha Konasana, take the feet together. So we've done this several cycles with the hands, this time on the feet, but the hands not lifting the toes toward your face. Be resolute in the quality of the toes reaching down toward the earth. Lengthen the side body, lift the chin again. Keep that strong action of the legs hugging in. This time, keep your right leg bent and then take your left leg out. So left leg is straight, right leg is bent. And then reach over to the left foot. So if the left hand does not come to the left foot, then just take the left hand somewhere on the shin bone. Lift your right arm up and then extend the right arm over the head. Now, if the right arm can reach the left toes, feel free to grab them. But for many of us today, just a simple side stretch will serve us well. Keep on reaching toward the extended foot. Lift your left underside ribs up. One more breath. Inhale, rise up. Come to the other side. Bend the left knee, extend the right leg out. And same thing, just reach the right hand toward the foot. So if the hand does come to the foot, have the eye of the elbow lifting up toward the sky. Have the palm lifting up toward the sky. Reach now your left arm up toward the sky. And extend very fully to get lots of length through the side body. As you take more weight over the right leg, the left sit bone likes to become airborne. Press back through the left sit bone. And with great ease, with great contentment, just work with your breath here to come to Just a nice side stretch. One more breath. And then inhale, rise up out of the pose. Now take your feet forward in dandasana again. Lengthen through the side body and reach your arms up. Have the hands just slightly wider apart than shoulder blades. And just come just slightly down. Just hinge just slightly forward. And then recharge the legs. Press down through the heels. Draw in from the heels. Just feel your kneecaps lifting up toward the pelvis. Keep that extension. And then take the hands down to the shin bones or the hands down to the feet. Now before you go into a deeper forward fold, just enjoy the breath. See if the in-breath can let you glide up slightly before coming to a deeper expression of the forward fold. That sweet, serene softness of the forward fold. Come to an even fuller expression of the forward fold. Maintain a lift to the shoulder blades, even a lift to the elbows, so that you are encouraged to lengthen forward and soften down. And then root down through the legs and rise up. Now take your hands alongside the pelvis, bend the knees, and plant your feet. So we've done so many forward folds before we go into supine poses. Let's just lift the pelvis up off the floor. Come to parvrottanasana with fingertips directed toward your heels. Lift your pelvis up. Take the head slightly back. Lift the heart up. Some of you can even walk your feet so your legs are straight, but just see what works for you today. And then slowly take your buttocks down to the earth. And then lie on the earth. Do whatever action just kind of settles your spine into the earth and gives you a nice remembrances of that peacefulness and contentment, especially of the inner body. Keep your attitude serene, but do whatever actions, happy baby, or whatever poses will prepare you for Shavasana. And when you're ready for Shavasana, take your legs and your arm equidistant from the center line. Have your palms turn up. Be completely where you are. Accept yourself fully. And find contentment in your Shavasana. Slowly bring your awareness back of the breath. Be very long, but full. Witness the ribs drawing wide as you bring the awareness back. Bend your knees and plant your feet. Extend the arms up over your head. Roll over to the right side. Using the power of the arms, lift yourself up to a pose that works for you today. You can sit in sukhasana. Today in the forward folds, we learned how to keep a calm mind and a soft heart. Primarily focusing on the strength of the legs. We could find that place of surrender from the pelvis to the crown of the head. Just found that place of ease. So stay in that place of ease. Take your hands in front of the heart. May you always enjoy that sweet calmness and serenity of Santosha. Namaste.